Wrestling fans, your boy the Wine here tonight to give you a review on Fast Lane. This went off the air. We have our main event set for WrestleMania set. So here we go with the review. First of all, on the WWE Network, we had we called the Fast Lane Kickoff Show, and we had Alberto Del Rio taking on Kalisto for the U.S. title 2 out of 3 falls. It was Kalisto winning the first fall as Del Rio gets qualified for hitting Kalisto with a chair. Then right before the second fall rings, Del Rio continues to onslaught on Kalisto, throws him in the ring finally, and hits him with his trio roll, picking up second fall. Then ultimately, Kalisto wins the third fall by rolling Del Rio up as Del Rio went for his trio roll but missed, and then Kalisto went for his Salida del Sol but falls, but his momentum pushed Del Rio to the rope and allowed him to pick up the win, retaining his U.S. title. So Kalisto retaining the U.S. title. So then we go to our first match on the Fast Lane pay-per-view. It was a tag team divas match between Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Tamina and Naomi. It was Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch wins by submission as Sasha Banks puts Tamina in the bank statement. And as Naomi tries to break it up, she is caught by Becky Lynch, and who puts her in disarmor, and Tamina ultimately taps out, allowing Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch to pick up the victory for their team. So then we have a match for the Intercontinental title between your boy Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens. It was Kevin Owens winning and retaining his title as Ziggler went for a super kick, but Owens moved as Ziggler almost hit the referee, causing distraction and allowing Owens to hit him with the pop-up powerbomb, picking up the win, retaining the Intercontinental title. So then we have a 6-man tag team match between the Big Show, Kane, and Ryback, the Titans, as they are referred to by Bray Wyatt, taking on Bray Wyatt's 5 family members, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman. It was the team of Ryback, Kane, and Big Show win, and Ryback hit Luke Harper with the shell shot, picking up the pinfall. So then we go to me, a tremendous Divas match, probably the best match that I've seen Brie Bella in a long time. It was Brie Bella taking on Charlotte for the Divas title. In this match, Brie Bella out-counter Charlotte move for move. Every time Charlotte went for something, Brie Bella had a counter for it. Brie Bella like she's about to win. She has Charlotte first in the yes lock, but Ric Flair tried to cause distraction, so then Brie switches it over to a half-leg Boston Crab. Like Charlotte's gonna tap, but earlier in the match, Brie Bella had got hurt on her leg, and as she tried to change positions, she lost her leg, lost power on her leg, and she falls to the rope, allowing Charlotte hit her with the figure 8, and forcing her to tap out, and therefore allowing Charlotte to retain her Divas title. And then we had the rubber match number 3 between AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. In a tremendous match, I got to say, ladies and gentlemen. It was a good match back and forth, counter for counter. Jericho had him in the walls. Jericho, and Styles. It was a tremendous match all throughout. Jericho kicks out of the Styles Clash, and then Styles puts Jericho in the Calf Crusher, forcing Y2J to tap out. So at the end of the match, things got a little heated between the two. And then ultimately Y2J showing respect to AJ Styles, shaking his hand and showing him the kind of respect that he deserves. So then we had an Edge and Christian peep show with special guest New Day. So, while they was talking, Edge and Christian was trying to stir up the pot, telling them how New Day was talking about how they beat everything, who they got. The Dudleys, the League of Nations, and Jericho, and then the Edge and Christian was telling them that they talked to the League of Nations, and the Bible and Sheamus said they'll kick their arse and stuff like that. So then New Day was like, well, if the League of Nations was here, which they're not, tell them to their face, and they come out, and you know, and they go at it, and New Day said, you know what, we ain't got time. We just going today's a day of rest, so we just gonna turn the other cheek. They walk out, and then the League of Nations starts messing with Edge and Christian, and Edge and Christian walks out. As they walk out to the ramp, they said, well, we was gonna give the people a 5-second pause, but you know, we just let y'all have it. And he said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the League of Dumbasses. You know, as in other words, they try to pull it was New Day and Edge and Christian setting up League of Nations. So I guess the League of Nations and New Day will have a little rivalry going on. I mean, as New Day has already defeated all the other top tag teams, you know, but you rather be through some controversy or whatever, they still are the WWE Tag Team Champions, which I think they should have fit in this fight this night, but you know, that didn't happen. So then we have the Social Outcasts member Curtis Axel taking on R-Truth. And you know, the number game was against R-Truth, and as Goldust comes out there try to help out a little bit, he throws Adam Rose, the one who says, "Hey, baby," throws him in the ring, and the Mongoose, whatever he calls himself. And it caused a distraction to R-Truth, allowing Curtis Axel to roll up R-Truth, picking up the victory. Then we go to the main event. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. Man, before I give my results, I told everybody who was going to win. So was I right? Let's find out. So during the match, they go back and forth. You know, Brock Lesnar dominated the beginning part of the match. And ultimately, they figured, well, you know, they got to come together and take out Lesnar. So, shades of the old Shield, Ambrose and Reigns had an opportunity. They throw Lesnar through one announce table. And then they go back in the ring. They go at it back and forth, you know, hitting each other with everything they got. And Lesnar gets up. So they go back out there and start jacking on Lesnar again. And they do the same thing, powerbomb Lesnar through another announce table. Then they throw all kinds of debris on top of them, tables and chairs and all that, hoping Lesnar don't get up. So they go back in the ring and they get at it. Then Lesnar comes back in the ring and suplexes both of them. Then ultimately Roman Reigns hits Lesnar with a Superman punch. Lesnar gets up, has Roman Reigns in the Kimura lock. Look like Reigns is about to tap. Boy, I'm telling you, look like Reigns is finna go. I thought Lesnar was finna do it. So then Ambrose comes in the ring and hits Lesnar with chair shots, a chair shot, a chair shot, chair shot. Then turns around, hits Reigns, a chair shot, chair shot, a chair shot. Then he turns around and hits Lesnar with chair and throws Lesnar out the ring. Next thing you know, he turns around and is hit by a spear by Roman Reigns. Ultimately, picking up the victory. Roman Reigns pins Dean Ambrose after hitting him with a spear, winning the match. You're punching his ticket to WrestleMania in the main event to take on Triple H for the WWE World title. So at the end of the night, as Roman Reigns celebrates, Triple H comes out and they look at the WrestleMania sign and the belt is held up in the middle of Triple H's belt and Roman Reigns' face. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There was how Fastlane ended. 42 more nights before the big show, WrestleMania, will be the next WWE pay-per-view, April 3rd. You know, so tomorrow night on Raw, gonna open up with a Vince McMahon Sr. or Vincent J. McMahon award for the first time. Gonna get presented to somebody as soon as the show comes on tomorrow night. So, you know, overall, Fastlane has some pretty decent matches. You know, it was pretty good. You know, I thought the matches was pretty well thought out. You know, pretty good matches. You know, that Y2J and AJ Styles match it was good. I gotta admit, even the Brie Bella and Charlotte match was pretty good. You know, like I said, Brie Bella gave it all she had, but I think she kind of injured herself a little bit. So, you know, and that's how that goes. So, like I said, congratulations to Roman Reigns. I did predict Roman Reigns to win the match somehow. But the way he won, I wasn't expecting it to be that way. I thought, you know, some other things would happen. But, you know, that's how it is. And that's how, you know. So, Roman Reigns is on his way to main event WrestleMania for the second year in a row. Will this be the year that he finally wins that main event at WrestleMania? Or will something else happen? No. So, you know, That's how it is, you know. I'll be back tomorrow night with another Raw review. Like I said, you know, once again, no titles changed hands tonight. Every title that was on the line was successfully defended. You know, so we have to see what Raw brings. And like I said, congratulations once again to my boy Roman Reigns, holding it down, solidifying his spot at WrestleMania. But until then, I am the one and only, the Blue One, and I'll see you tomorrow night.